A very good morning, good morning, good morning. A very good morning to everybody. Welcome to the opening bell. This is Ashley Reeve here, guys. It is the 10th of October, 10:10, and we are extremely excited to be in the house and obviously rocking with you guys on this great Friday. Before we get started, guys, remember the information we discuss in the video is opinion and should not be construed as advice in any way. Well, it's Friday. We are back to looking at the weekly wrap up. Just some fundies or fundamentals for all the guys that's digging into the research at this point in time as we wrap up the week. Silver is set for the eighth straight weekly gain. It's obviously a little bit lower today, but it's been gaining. It's been up in 8 weeks in a row, and year to date, it's obviously increased by 70%, outperforming gold. Some of the drivers there, the safe haven demand, there's some shortages, supply shortages in the London market, political instability in the US, industrial demand remains high, your solar panels, your EVs, your wind energy. And so obviously we're seeing some gains. The same with the gold price, all right? Eighth consecutive week rally. The support factors there is the ongoing economic and political uncertainty. There's rate cut expectations from the Federal Reserve. John Williams, New York Federal, Fed over there is open to further cuts. The FOMC minutes showed concern about the job market softness. So it's going to be interesting when the NFP does come out. And, we've been seeing a bit of a pullback, though, due to profit taking after gold breached the $4,000 per ounce. And obviously the U.S. strength following the Israel-Hamas ceasefire news. On the currency side, guys, the dollar, best week in a year. It's now trading roughly around the 99 point on the index, strongest in 12 months, supported by a weaker yen and euro. Obviously, your global political turmoil is also adding to this, and the U.S. government shutdown, another factor. Rate expectations on the dollar, guys, 95% chance of October cut, and then obviously 80% chance of another in December. So it's crazy what's happening here, yeah? The Japanese yen, worst week ever. The Australian dollar is rebounding mildly. New Zealand dollar is at a 6-month low. And we're seeing some pullbacks on the equities as well. All right, so we want to keep it 100. We want to make sure everybody's seeing it. You'll see yesterday we chatted about the GBP CAD, we chatted about the GBP CHF, and we chatted about the GBP USD. Now, all three of those have gone, accordingly. You'll see that the GBP USD in specificity has hit our target. GBP CHF has hit our target. The GBP CAD is a little bit shy, all right? The Canadian dollar, there being a commodity-driven currency, with oil being, one of the commodities that's really being pulled by a lot of fundamentals. It's a political pull, it's an economic pull, it's a social pull. So that's why you're going to see a whole lot more resistance in this pair, all right? But for the better, out of three, we got the two, and the third one is still moving. So we are still anticipating the drop. We're just really patient with it at this point. And then the gold price, you'll see on the hourly frames there, the pullback has come. We've chatted about this yesterday, mentioned the pullbacks, and you can see yesterday, brilliant move to the downside over here. All right, it's about 101 points that it pushed down yesterday. Same with silver, also pushing to the downside. There is that pullback that we chatted about. So there's a lot of rallying that has happened over the past 2 weeks, and we are now walking into a pullback zone. So traders, make sure you check out every setup you possibly can. The NASDAQ, you will also see that yesterday there was a very, very small pullback here. It's recovered, but let's see if it goes back down again, because that would be another opportunity back to this area around 24,807. The same with the US 30. We had a pullback yesterday. We've been consolidating from that high there, and we managed to break and create a low. So you can see that many of the instruments, or at least the popular ones that we do trade, they are pulling back at this point in time, and you don't want to miss that. You can also check out the NZD JPY. It has now gone into profits finally. I had a session with the guys yesterday at 6 o'clock, and I mentioned to them that when you put on a trading session like this, you see this red or the pink, magenta. You guys can correct me on the color there. That is the Asian session, the European session, and the US or American session. This pair in specificity moves more during Asia and Europe. And I'd mentioned to the guys that, as you are trading, make sure that you look at what times does the pair or the asset move the most that you're trading. This one, NZDJPY, moves during Asia and Europe. And currently, that is what we are creating right now. We are creating, or we're in the European session right at this point in time, and you can see the big drop there. So we're pretty amped about this. At least on the Friday, we can find some form of solace and some peace in knowing that the analysis we had done previously is obviously pushing to the areas. All right, check out the Euro JPY as well. This one is also pushing back. There's some gaps in the yen that we need to be closed. It started on Monday, and those gaps are still over there. So check out all the yen pairs for Friday, for today. You will not be sorry, because there is definitely some movement in them. All right, and then guys, just a note that we had mentioned to the guys in the market review meeting this morning that you want to give at least 14 days for a proper trend to develop. All right, and with TD, guys, you have so many assets available. All right, so many assets available for you to go and check that 14-day period out. I'm seeing some comments there. That's from Pete there. US oil. Yeah, let's go and look at it as well whilst I'm in the neighborhood. Yeah. So we want to try and find what is the trend, okay? And if you look at the US oil here, just to go back on the 14-day period, right? So if we count here, yes, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, all right, and then we got 12, 13, 14. So the past 14 days, guys, all right, the past 14 days, if you include this, there was a new high created. Look at that. From that support, a new high was created, and we started pushing down. All right, so from that specific area, and it's a nice way to engage, whether the price continues either to the downside or if we push to the upside. So from this zone over here, all right, Pete, we saw, and that's now 14 days, okay? We saw price push up and create a new high. So this has now started a pullback and has continued to the downside, breaking the support, which gives us an understanding that there is some more downside here to come. But the downside you're going to find on the higher time frames. If you dip up, if you push up, sorry, I beg your pardon, and now you're dealing with the daily frame. So look at that. So even although we created a high, understand that this push to the upside was merely, let me just get my arrow here, was merely a lower high. It was a lower high coming from a much larger trend right there. So we still, anticipating price to come down. You're right. Maybe not to the 56 yet. We might just do the 59 first. So we're at 60 now. So we're looking at 59. And then after 59, we might want to do about 55 over there. All right. So we're going to wait and see how this goes. But so far, it is bearish. And obviously, you are grabbing a lot of pips in between, guys. I mean, if you just look at it from today's, from what it looks like, okay, if price breaks this low here down to 59.41, you're looking at about 83 pips. 83 points. That's a fantastic average daily movement there for oil. So you want to check it out, yeah? You want to check it out. But just overall, guys, let's just look back. You're going to find that there's a lot of pullbacks happening right now. There's a lot of pullbacks happening right now, and you don't want to miss that, all right? So check it out. That's on commodities. That's on currencies. That's on indices. You're seeing the pullbacks come because of the U.S. Weakness. We've had rallies, and we've pushes to the upside against the US, and now we're seeing the pullbacks happen now. All right, so make sure that you check it out here. And then obviously, guys, tune in to our classes. You speak to your account manager. That's at 10 this morning. That's the beginner class. We got the 3:30 session as well as the 6 o'clock session. If you don't know where to go, www.tdmarkets.com. Email us at care at tdmarkets.com. You are more than welcome. We have an excellent, super support team that's waiting for you. All right. The moment you do inquire, they are there to assist you. Guys, what a pleasure. What a privilege. Such a blessing. Thank you for having us once again. This is Ashley Reeve. This is the opening bell, 10th of October. It's Friday, ladies and gentlemen. Have a wonderful weekend. I'm Ashley, checking out. Ciao, ciao.